accept apologies for absence, of which we haven't any at all. Apologies. All right. Who's in? Will be another member join?
No, sorry.
Okay. To receive members' personal and disclosable pecuniary interests and items on the agenda. Anybody? No.
I've got one, Judith, which is just number 8, which is Car Lane.
Yeah.
It's a friend who lives there, so it's personal interest.
Personal. Rachel. Okay, thank you, Rachel. Anybody else? No, we're all right. Do we have any written requests for new DPI dispensations? No.
We don't.
Thank you. Number 18, to consider whether items on the agenda should be discussed in private session. Don't think we've any of those, have we?
No.
No. Number 19 is to confirm the minutes of the previous meeting held on the 15th of June, numbered 2021-01 to 2021-13 inclusive, on item B. Are we happy to support those and to pass them?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, thank you very much. The completed planning, Kirklees planning list, note list 2021-03 is updated with the views of the comment C. Are we happy with that? Do we think? Okay. Now then, planning list. Excuse me, I've got a little bit of indigestion. Item 1. Are we right to start with the planning applications? Are we all?
Yeah.
Okay. Item 1 is Aldi, which is 262 Huddersfield Road, Thongs Bridge. This is in my ward. It's a variation of condition 12, delivery hours on previous permission. For the demolition of existing building and erection of class A1 food store, formation of car parking, landscaping and associated works. Now, condition 12 is the delivery hours, and I don't know whether anybody's had a good look at it, but there is quite a lot of worry about the hours that they are starting to deliver goods, and I do know that various delivery drivers do have to fit into a slot, but with the houses being so close to the what's it called, supermarket, that's it, that I don't think it's acceptable that they are coming at 5 o'clock in the morning and making a load of racket. And I know they're trying their best not to make as much racket, but sometimes if you try to not make as much racket, you make more than ever. So it's re-policy EP4 of the UDP says that on that policy it does say that that it must be at 7 p.m. and it must remain. And so I would like to refuse that application, the fact that the delivery times must be adhered to at this moment in time. Okay.
Yep. Fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'd go with that.
I'd definitely go with that.
Yeah.
It's what Environmental Health said from Kirklees.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes. Yeah. It's,
Yeah,
it's a bit earlier, and then Saturdays and Sundays come in early as well. I mean, you need a little bit of bedtime, don't you?
And they're also asking for 6 o'clock, and they're already going at 5 o'clock, so they're just ignoring it anyway.
Well, yes, that's not nice, is it?
They're actually giving extension, and they're taking no notice of that anyway. So yeah.
Right.
So
Okay.
refused.
So we're
Yeah.
going to refuse that. Item 2 is the stable block, Wilshaw Road. This is next door to me again. It's an agricultural notification of the erection of a building, and I can only support that. I can support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next one is not actually in our ward, so that's no worry. Number 4 is Ashwood, which is 18 Moorcroft Drive, New Mill. This is variation of condition 4. It says fence. on previous permission 2018 for the erection of a story rear extension, alterations to roof to form a living accommodation and raised terraced area. Do we have anybody here from Fulston Ward? No.
Nope.
Anybody like to make a comment on that?
Yeah,
Well, I think sorry.
Yes.
The suggestion was from the planning officer to ask for variation of condition, and it seems from the narrative that they're trying to do a neighbourly thing here and not block the sun from the neighbour's garden. So I think we should support this.
Anybody else with any comments?
yeah, I agree. They seem to have come to an agreement with the neighbours, and this is just formalising it. So I think we support it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
We're happy to support that then.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Number 5 is Lane Bottom Farm, Brow Lane, Holmfirth. This is the erection of an agricultural building and associated regrading of land. KB and TB, that's you, Kath.
Yeah. Well, I haven't been and had a look at it. I've only looked at the plans, and I don't know what anybody else thinks, but I think it's okay.
Well, I've had a look.
Yeah.
Anybody had a look? Have you, Rachel? Mary, have you had a-
Yeah.
I've had a look at the plans. I think it looks fine. Looks good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you. Number 6 is 43 Westgate, Scottgate, Road, Honley. This is the demolition of an existing conservatory with the erection of a single-storey rear extension and first floor extension. Have we anybody from Honley? We're nobody from Honley, have we? Oh dear. This is I put to support. It's on the same footprint. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
a very
looks
large. It's a large property. It's in nobody's way.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Are you happy? Everybody else happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. Shoulder of Mutton pub. This is the bottom of Dunford Road. This is yours, Rachel.
It is, yeah.
Home extensions, what do you think of?
Yeah, well, they're sort of putting a little terrace on that triangle of land out the front, which seems quite sensible to me. They're retaining the public right of way that goes sort of parallel to the pub, I guess.
Yeah,
I suppose my only question is whether there's often bins along that wall. So provided there is somewhere suitable to put their refuse, their trade bins, then I think it's fine. And I think it's a way of making the pub more viable. And to be fair, just round the corner, the tap house has seating outside.
Yes, it does.
So I see no reason not to have it.
Right. So we're happy to support that, are we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. You're getting along here quite well here. Number 8 is Dart Lane Farm. This is, you've put an interest in this. It's this erection of stable, stroke field shelter and formation of menage and hard surface. Now then, Kath, that's you again, love.
Yeah. Like before, I haven't been and had a look, but I've looked at the plans, and it looks all right.
Yeah. Anybody else
think it's
like to make?
Okay.
Yeah, fine. Okay.
Yeah. Are we all happy to support that? Jolly good. Thank you very much. Now then, the cooperative food, which is 18 Westgate, Honley. This is the advertisement consent for the erection of illuminated and non-illuminated signs within the conservation area. Anybody with any comments towards that? I've put here, as long as it complies with the parish council lighting. Are we happy?
Yeah, I mean, the sign, sorry, the signs are very small. If you look at them, they're really quite discreet. And Kirklees Conservation Design are happy with them, so I think we should say okay.
Well, we do have a regime on the parish council, don't we? By where we have to do with signs and whether they're lit up or not up. And I think they will comply all right with that, won't they? Are we happy to support that then?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. 19 Broad Lane, Upper Thong. No, this is yours, Bernie.
A certificate of proposed lawfulness. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a small sunroom at the back that's going to be extended 1.9 meters out. I didn't think it was encroaching on any borders. And they said they've got a positive pre-application advice. So it seems to be meeting the criteria. So for the time being, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
That's
I'm happy to support then. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody, thank you very much then. Number 11, which is Coach Cottage, Coat Lane, Holmfirth. This is the erection of a detached office building and demolition of existing timber office building. KT, KB and TB.
Yeah, I'm okay with
You're
this.
okay? Yeah. Okay. Everybody else okay? Happy to
Yeah.
support?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. No, we shall have finished this in no time.
boot and shoe.
Twiddling our thumbs for next. Number 12 is the Boot and Shoe Inn at St George's Road, Scholes. Change of use and the regrading of land to form a car park and seating area. MB and RPD.
Yeah, well, I've been to look at this this afternoon, though I vaguely know it anyway. I mean, there's 124 comments.
There are.
Some of which are very much pro, and some of which are very much against. So, but I'm not don't have a feeling what the balance might be. I think some of the comments said it's a drinking pub, which indeed it is. But I don't think there's a future for drinking pubs, because I think they're going to die out as the people that go to drinking pubs are dying out. So this seems to be a way of opening up the pub to families, and I've been in support of that. But they have been rather naughty, because they have already started to do the regrading of the land. And also the houses on, I think it's Ravens Way, are just down below. So I think this is quite a tricky one. I mean, I'm inclined to support it, but I can see there are problems here.
Okay, thank you, Mary. Tommy, you wanted to speak?
Yeah, I've been in the pub quite a few times before in the past, and Mary mentions that like a lot of drinking pubs are going on the wayside, but the Boot is definitely one which bucks the trend. If you ever go in there like on a weekend, like on a Friday night or Saturday or Sunday, it's absolutely rammed. They've got a really devoted following there. The guys who run the pub do a fantastic job. Like they're really good. It's very like family, like friendly and pleasant. I mean, when you go in there, it's like an old school pub.
It is.
And very busy all the time. Like there's a lot of people stand outside the front, like on a hot summer day, drink outside the front, which I suppose is a bit untidy. Like in some ways, having this garden would make it better. But there's a lot of people who've spoken up and said positive comments, because they'll be the regulars, because they all like the pub and to be successful. I don't want it to close, but it's reopened this weekend, and
You're frozen, Tom.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Oh, I'm back. You go again.
You're in and out.
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Keep going.
It's reopened this weekend, and they've got like a seating area in the car park at the moment. And one of my friend's parents do live next door. It's called the Old Shop where they live. The house just below it. And they said they couldn't open the windows at the weekend because it was just that noisy outside with all the people outside there. And this may be because a lot of people are excited about being back at pubs and things like that. But the way the plans are, they're going to have the beer garden much further down than where the car park is. So it may not affect my friend's parents that much, but the people on Ravensway, as Mary mentioned, go straight on some back garden. And if people move next door to a pub where there's a beer established already, like if people complain about that, I always think, you move next door to a pub, what do you expect? Well, the people who moved next to Ravensway didn't move next to a beer garden. The beer garden has been put in next to them. And I can kind of see from. Like, I think like we want the pub to be sort of, if you're going to have like a beer garden there, like it might be worth just kind of closed from 9 o'clock onwards. The statement, I'm just reading it now.
Yeah, no, I don't.
But people during the day there, it's going to be quite problematic for them. It's going to be quite difficult for them. I'm in two minds on this one.
Mm.
I think there's a lot more people for it as being opposed to being against it.
Yeah, because it's only going to affect a few houses, but the houses it's going to affect, it's going to really, really, really affect them. But like of course they're going to be for it, because they'll get to go and have a nice beer garden to go sit outside and drinking. So it's going to benefit. Like a lot of people will really like this and think it's brilliant. A lot of people in schools absolutely adore the boot, but there's going to be a few people who are going to be. It's going to be really difficult for them to actually just go sit in their garden and have a nice quiet evening.
I think I think the hours are quite restricted, aren't they? That daytime hours. They're not suggesting putting any lighting out there. So, and I think they said somewhere it's only going to be for the summer months.
Yeah.
I was quite impressed when I went there today to see all the notices that the owners have put out about being considerate and about the hours and not making a noise. So I feel they'll do their best to enforce. But yeah, the houses on Ravensway are actually down below the level of the beer gardens. So yeah, they will be overlooked while it's the beer garden. But I suppose a lot could be done by screening.
Yeah.
By planting and screening. So, and it's an important pub in schools, isn't it? So. And it's not going to survive if it stays as it is. And so, on balance, I would like to support it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Bernie, you wanted to say something.
No, I was just going to say the same thing. It's April till September till 9 p.m. at night.
Yeah.
So I think we just have to weigh up which is the best case scenario. It is terribly painful, possibly for some of those families beside the pub, maybe. But an awful lot of the people putting in comments talked about the importance of having that pub in the area, and then it might fail if it might go to the wall if it can't expand. So I think overall, it's probably best to support it.
Yeah. Yes, Tom, are you wanting to say again, or are you wanting to go?
Yeah, I'm just going to say that it is a really good community pub.
It
do
is.
a lot for the village.
Yeah.
They've run it and friendly, and they're very good. They're good people, and they've done a lot of stuff during the COVID outbreak. Like they've opened up as a shop, because the shopping school. They've done a lot of good things there for it. But I think I agree with Mary. But the measures are, it's going to be open from the 1st of April to the end of September. But to be honest, right, how many people actually do sit outside, between March and September? The weather's not normally good enough. So the people living nearby, it's going to be quite hampered for them sitting outside. I suppose if they keep the noise down and they put up a big whacking fence, it's really important to put a big fence up and maybe something like to shield the sound, like some trees or something like that. That's really important. Something I'm not against what they're doing, or maybe reduce the hours down even till 7 o'clock even, or something like till 8 o'clock. I think I think we need to have some kind of compromise for the people who are living nearby.
Yes, Bernie.
I wondered why the beer garden's right at the bottom near the houses and the car park closer. Would it be impossible to turn that around and have the sort of space in the middle, the furthest away from housing as possible? I looked at the plan and it just seemed like a long space with a ramp down the cars first. If they could have I don't think that would affect other houses then.
Yeah,
it does.
Does it?
It would affect an extra parking. Sorry, Mary.
You'll have to just think that if next time you go to a pub and you can sit outside, am I going to make a lot of noise? If I ever catch you, especially if you're older, I should catch you, Tom, one day. With your little baby.
That's the problem. That's what the problem is, though. Like, once people have quite a few drinks,
yeah, I know.
And I know there's been noise complaints about people leaving the boot before on a night, like people making noise. And like my friend's parents were commenting about the noise this weekend, where it's just been reopened. But like, and they're the ones who live near to the pub. So like Bernie mentioned, they're the people like would be in the car park where it is now. But like in a way as well, though, the increased car parking spaces will be good as well, because at the moment you get loads of people park right outside the pub, and when it's really busy, it's difficult to get through there as well. So swings and
So
roundabouts.
in principle, are we happy to support?
I think so, yes.
Subject to a big fence.
Do you have hands, please?
Can we say?
Are you not in support, Tom? No.
I'm going to abstain on this one.
You're in the middle. You're
But
the middle in the middle.
But I think if we're going to do it, it should be like subject to kind of like some noise reduction things that can put in like a big fence.
Well, shall we suggest we're happy to support, subject to being some screening?
Yeah, some screening and
Screening.
and also things to try and prevent the noise, and maybe.
Well, that will hopefully.
Maybe reducing the hours to 8 o'clock at night as well.
Well, I can't say now we're making a right lot of difference, to be quite truthful. Because at one time it used to be closing at 11 o'clock and they were still tell it till at 12.
Well, yeah, I know, but then they should try and comply with these things. I'm just trying to think of people living by.
I'll remind you.
I've got children and stuff like that, and people are making noise.
Can't we just say subject to suitable noise mitigation to avoid disturbance to residents or something?
Yes.
Because we don't really want to stipulate like massive fences and all sorts of things, because that's not necessarily the right way of dealing with it.
They could put some bushes at the bottom, which could be quite pleasant.
Planting.
And
Yeah.
They absorb some of the sound. Yeah.
Yes,
will absorb the sound, won't they?
Yeah, but I think we should leave that to the noise experts in environmental health to help them with that, really.
Yeah.
We will. Okay, so we're happy in principle to support that, are we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right. Item 13 is land adjacent to 226 Dumford Road. This is the erection of a detached dwelling.
Yeah, this is me. This sort of on the corner with Dover Lane. There's currently old garages there, which are kind of the ones that a parish council owned, but we don't. I know we don't own the ones on that side of the road, so I'm not quite sure what happens to those. There isn't any reference to those really. I mean, I think, to be honest, it's kind of infilling a bit of site, which if the garages aren't being used, then why not put a property there? I'm conscious that it's one of our bus shelters, isn't it, right on the edge of the boundary, so we just need to make sure that there's no damage to that bus shelter, but presumably you would expect the builders to do that. So I think overall I'd support it.
Right, are we okay? We're happy with that we're supporting?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Number 14 is Main Gate, Hepworth. This is the demolition of an existing conservatory and the erection of a single-storey rear extension, installations of replacement windows, doors, windows, and relocation of wall-adjacent parking area. And we have, that is, that's you, Tom. That's a TV.
It's got quite a lot of space around the house and all that. It's a big old house already, and it's not a majorly big extension to it, to be fair. I would say support subject to conservation area restrictions and materials.
Okay, well, that's what I put. Support subject to materials in keeping. Yeah. Are we happy with that, everybody?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And number 50 is land adjacent at 8 Mary Lane. Oh, this is me. Discharge of condition 8 LNP on previous permission. This is to do with the gabions that they put in at the back, as far as I can see. And it's...
do with what, councillor?
To do with the gabions that they put in for the retention of the field at the back, which does show signs of movement.
So you have to excuse my ignorance. What's a gabion?
Well, it's like a metal. Well, it's like a container that's full of stones.
Right.
And they have one on top of the other, and they are like a retainer.
Okay.
Okay. Anyhow, I've had a right good look at this, and if they've put all that in, and I can't say any more unless they put a double do at the back. I know that the farmer who farms the land at the back above that, has had some concerns, and I have actually spoken to the planning department with regards to it, but unfortunately they haven't got back to me with regards to it. So just hoping that there won't be any problems, because if that land starts to move at the back, we could have some major problems, because it is quite a big space of land at the back. It's the top ones where there are all the big houses. And then there's a garden at the back, and then there's the field starts then. And I know some of the people have been watching this go up, and they're all quite worried as to what happens when we have such bad weather, adverse weather, that the land can move, because it has been farming land and it has been used solely for farming land. Does worry me, does that? But anyhow, I've had a right good look at it, and I can only say I have to support. I can only say that's what I have to do, is just support it, because I think there's only 3 houses left, but it's these that's on this back, on this top wall, top bit, that's where all this problem is. They seem to be put a lot of heavy duty retaining walls on that land, so I'll support it.
Okay.
But I think I'd just like it noted, please, that I have, concerns with regards to the infrastructure of the back walls that retain the land back where the gabions have been put. Are they sufficient? There's an awful big lot of land there at the back which could come shuttering down. Anybody else had a look at this planning application? Have you had a look, Rachel?
Yeah, I had a look. Yeah, because I think the condition that this one's on, I looked at what LEMP stood for, and it was a landscape and ecological management plan. So today it was the planting as well as the things that you talked about, the gabions. And I think I drove past there today actually just to see what it all looked like, and I thought the houses look quite nice actually, the ones at the bottom that have been finished. Obviously it's still a massive building site, and I know what you're saying about the steepness of the land, but I guess I wouldn't know whether the builders have made the walls big enough at the back, and you're right to sort of highlight concerns if you've got specific concerns, but I would assume they have put in sufficient structures and piling and whatever is required to hold back the land.
I believe there hasn't been any piling gone in.
Okay, well, whatever they should use, I don't know what builders should use on a big steep slope. But I would say in this area, people are quite used to building on steep slopes, so I would imagine that I'm not aware of many landslips that have happened, so presumably they've learned what to do.
Yes, Mary, were you wanting to say something?
I was just a bit confused because it's not sure whether it's just about condition 8, which is the landscape and ecological management plan, whether it was also condition 7 and condition 11, because the condition 7 and 11 were mentioned at the top, but then there was really nothing about them. And I just think this is so incredibly complicated that we need to defer to people who are experts and know what they're talking about in this.
Well, the ecological part of it was that the roadway going up towards Oldfield, which that road goes up, there were some hedgerows there that had been planted since Doomsday nearly, and there were some oak trees and lots of nice hedgings, which unfortunately the builders have taken away. And right at the beginning it was stated that this road, it would damage, there's too much damage being done to the trees and the hedgerows, where all these little animals and birds and bees and wasps and bats and goodness knows what else habitat there, and they were just concerned at the beginning, but unfortunately it's all been done now, so there isn't a right lot anybody can do about it, is there? They keep taking these trees and goodness knows what down, and then they say that, oh well, it were damaged, and half of them are taken down before they've even asked permission. So it's a bit too late then when that's happened, isn't it? So, but I'm majorly concerned over that that back wall.
Okay.
If that comes and slips down, we have a do like they had in Aberfan. Anyhow, we'll hopefully have a situation like that. Yes, Tom.
Isn't it? It's a discharge, isn't it, of conditions? So
Yeah.
normally the discharge of conditions, because they've reached the conditions that were put on the plans when they were
Yeah.
accepted by Kirklees.
Mm.
So they have to put these through to like Kirklees and say, we've done this, can you check it and make sure we're okay, and then it's sorted. So
Yeah.
I think we should just refer this to Kirklees and just say,
Yeah.
check it's okay. If they're okay with it, then that's just covered,
Yeah.
isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we can do that. Yeah. I mean, I shall ring Kirklees up again with regards to this because I am concerned over that back wall.
Yeah. But like,
Okay.
that's, I mean, if they're happy with it, then that's it, isn't it?
Well, if they're happy with it, then I can only say beat on their head.
Yeah.
If it comes trundling down.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to think I were paying £650,000 for there to be a big mudslide coming through my back wall.
Well, it's a risky
Okay.
exercise, isn't it?
Okay, so we'll put down as the support, shall we?
Yeah.
You refer it to Kirklees for them.
Subject to the Kirklees
The officers, yeah.
Okay,
agreement.
right. Number 15 is land adjacent to 8 Mary Lane, Netherthorne. Oh no, we've done that one, haven't we? Sorry. Number 16 and 17 are not in our ward. Number 18 is 9 Newfold. This is Home First Central. Change of use from residential cottage to business use as a remedial and massage therapy clinic. We'll all go. Rachel, I think that's you.
We'll all go when we're permitted to go, I guess. Yeah, I don't see any problem with this. It's on the, it's just off Holligate.
Yep.
It seems a perfectly sensible place to have a clinic, and if it can be accommodated within a cottage, then why not?
Yeah. Okay. Are everybody else happy with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much indeed. Then number 19 is 4 Thong Lane, Netherthorne Wash. We've a lot in Netherthorne at the moment. This is the erection of an extension to existing dwelling and the erection of 2-storey extension to create dwelling forming an annex accommodation associated with 4 Thong Lane. I've had a look at this, and this annex, I'm presuming it's for, I'm not right sure whether it isn't for a daughter. There is mention of a younger person on the application, but I might be wrong with that. But I'm happy to support that. I can't see it, there's any problem. It's quite a big house, but they obviously want somebody to come and live there. Maybe it might be to look after them. You never know, do you? Okay. I'm happy to support that. Everybody, did you think, Mary? Were you happy to support that?
Me, yes. I mean, the extension is enormous in relation to the size of the house, but it's a very big plot, so it seems fine to me.
Yeah.
It's a magnificent building now.
Oh, it is.
Well,
Yeah.
Terrific.
It's big
What?
size. Right.
Right, number 20 is Runswick, 102 Green Hill Bank Road, Totties. Anybody for Totties? DH? DF? Who's DH and DF?
Donald and Di.
Oh, yes, Donald and Dan. Yeah. Anybody want to make a comment on this?
It looked fine to me.
Seemed okay to me.
Look fine, yeah. Look fine, yeah. Parking spaces have still got.
Something or nothing.
Yeah. Right, number 21. So we're happy to support that, sorry. Are we?
Yeah.
We're all right to support that. Jolly good.
Yes.
Number 21 is Totties Garden Centre and Nurseries.
Yeah.
This is the erection of an open and the gable end of agricultural barn, an erection of a steel portal frame building over existing agricultural concrete building and extended to include amenity block and siting and installation of 4 glamping pods. Who wants to make a comment on this?
I'll make a comment on this, if you like. I thought it seemed like a great idea, actually. Have some glamping pods at the bottom of the nursery. I know they've done a lot of work to the nursery. We've seen loads of planning applications from them over recent years.
Yeah.
But I think, why not really? It's an added location in the valley for tourists to come and stay in. It looks quite nicely designed. It's sort of within their plot. I can't see why it would disturb anyone nearby. So I think we should support it.
I'm presuming this amenity block is the toilets and wash basins, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
I think so.
shower.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Any comments? Mary?
I just thought
Yes, I thought it was fine, and the pods look very exciting, and they are sited well away from any of the dwellings, so I thought that was good, and they're nicely laid out in the small fields. So, and it is green belt, but I think it's a genuine requirement really to diversify the firms. So yeah.
Tom, were you wanting to speak?
Yeah, I'm just having a look at the plans now. Yeah, they're out of the way, aren't they? They're totally in
Yeah.
like,
Yes, they are. Yeah,
I
down the
was
lane.
just making sure which garden centre it is, because there's 2 garden centres up there.
Yeah, no,
I get them both
Right.
mixed up.
It's
No, Totty's at the top of
Totty's
Back.
one.
Yeah, so yeah,
And
yeah,
the
there's
other
plenty of
one's
space
on
for it.
Gold
And
Road.
to be honest, I think it'd be an absolute beautiful place up there, because you've got amazing views across the valley, and it'd be fantastic. It'd be a really good place.
Yeah.
But
They have.
if I didn't live down the road, I'd actually would like to go and visit somewhere like that. But yeah, it's just down the road from me.
Right, okay. So we're happy to support that, are we? Okay. Thank you. You've gone, Mary. Where are you going?
Yeah, sorry, I just switched some lights on. It's getting dark.
Oh, we've got night sun here.
I know. Well, I have moved over now.
Now then, number 22. For some of us, this will be a well-known place, which is 33 Brown Hill Lane, Homebridge. KB and TB.
Well, I've tried to get this up on
Well, I think
please, and there's no plans.
I think you will have been there, Kath.
I haven't been today, but
No, but I think you will have in the past.
yeah,
Do you know where it is, Don? Do you know it? Rachel, do you know it?
Yeah, that's where our previous clerk lived.
Yes.
oh right,
Is that why people know it?
I
yeah,
thought, I'm
Ah,
reading all through
yes,
it.
I know.
Oh, no, where
Yeah,
it is.
sorry about that. I do know. I do know where it is. Well, I can't see any problem with it.
No, I put support it.
I think it'll look better than what it
it's
did.
fine.
Yes. Oh, it will, definitely. It's surprising, though, what you read, what's different to what it was.
Yes,
But anyhow, yes, I've read it all.
but I couldn't find any plans. I don't know why.
Oh,
Mm,
right.
yeah.
It came up, no plans.
No. I got some plans. Did you get some plans, Rachel?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you, Mary? Yeah,
Yeah,
I got.
Yes, found them.
I did.
No problem with these. No.
What did you think, Mary, to that?
I thought it was fine. I thought it looked better than what was there already, and tidying up what looked like a bit of a mess. So yes.
Quite
Right. Are we happy to support that then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Well, next one is number 23, 17 Broadfield Park, Homebridge. Conversion of a garage to form additional living space and exterior alterations.
Yes,
That's you, Kath, again.
yeah. I've been and had a look at that today. I can't see a problem. There's
No.
plenty of, there's still space for,
Yeah,
for cars.
Right.
Yeah. There's quite a lot of houses on Broadfield Park, but this particular one is like in a cul-de-sac. And
Right.
There's 3 or 4 houses, and they've all got garages in front of the property.
Right.
So I imagine once they've done that, the others will want to do it as well.
Right. Okay.
It'll look nice.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. So you're happy to support that, are you, Kath?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. We all. Anybody else? Mary, have you any comment on that?
No, I was just a bit concerned about the possible loss of a parking space, but Cass said it looks fine. So that's
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty of parking there anyway, and extra space.
Okay. Are we happy there? So that completes the planning list. And what time is it now? Oh, doing very well.
40.
Goodness gracious me. We can go home and make a bun. Now then, next one is this Peak National Park, Mill Hill Farm, Mill Hill Road, erection of stables and hay store. Have you had a look at that? KB and TV.
Yeah.
That's you again, Kath. Have you managed to look into that? This belonging to Peak National Park. Are you with us, love?
I am with you. Yeah, I'm just looking. Whereabouts is that on the planning?
Well, it's a separate paper. It's F1 here. It's a separate paper. Can you see that?
What number is it?
Well, it's a planning application logged by the Peak National Park.
It's document F.
Document F.
F in the top right-hand corner.
I think it will be in keeping, Kath, with Mill Hill.
It looks fine. They're just they had lots of pictures showing where it would go, and it's quite well screened. And they gave a pretty strong argument for why they needed it to accommodate their horse, which would otherwise be quite a long way away. So I thought it looked fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Have you found it, Kath, at all?
Is this it? 2021-24?
No, it's
No.
What number is it?
It's a separate
Well-
sheet, Kath. It's a different sheet.
Oh,
Yeah.
F
Yeah.
at the top. It's got F
Yeah.
in the top right-hand corner.
and it's F. Sheet F. Mill Hill Farm, Mill Hill. It's National Peak one, Kath. You mustn't have found it, love, because
no, I haven't.
No.
I haven't. Sorry about
Don't worry.
that. I'll
Don't
go with
I've
what you
put it
think.
in the support myself. Have you had a look at it, Mary?
Yeah. I thought it was fine. You just echo what Rachel said.
I have
Yeah.
There's a
I found
good
it.
explanation, and it's kind of looks well folded into the
Yeah.
contours of the land. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I know
fine.
you have to follow a lot of criteria for Peak National Park, but I would say that it fit in perfectly all right with a
Yeah.
B. Okay, so we're happy with that, are we?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now then, we can move around now. Kirklees Planning Officer's decision. That's item 22 on the list.
Yeah.
Have you all got it? I think they've been happy to support all what we've said, aren't they?
There was
Noted.
one.
Apart from one.
Yeah, apart
There's
from
just
one.
one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're happy with that, aren't we? We
Noted.
haven't.
Noted.
Yeah, noted. And number 23, neighbourhood plan. Rachel, would you like to give us a little update, love?
Yeah, all there is to say is following full council's endorsement of the plan and condition statement and consultation statement last Monday. Liz sent through the letter today to Kirklees and Peak District National Park, confirming that was the case and asking them to proceed with the next stages, which are all in their hands. So it's Regulation 16 consultation and getting an examiner appointed. So it's sort of the ball is passed to Kirklees and the Peak District to work together, who will then come back to us and tell us when they'll start their consultation and what examiners we can agree with them to use.
Right. Okay, love. Thank you very much for that. It's nice and short and sweet, but it's fine. Next one is the Peak District.
That's it.
We've done it.
We've done it.
We've done it.
We have.
Record.
We're better than we thought.
So that completes tonight's
Well
plan.
done, Judith.
I know.
Very good.